Hi, hello, it's me. Hello, it's me, Scott. How's your day? How's your Sunday? My Sunday was okay. It's one of those days that just got away from me, you know, where it's just like, I don't know. I don't like that I do that. I've been doing it lately. I think maybe I'm having some kind of weird allergic reaction where I don't have normal allergy symptoms and I'm just tired and out of it, but not like sniffly. It's almost like I took Benadryl, but I didn't take Benadryl. I don't know. It's very confusing. But now we're going to stream for a while, and it's Binary C's fault because we were talking on Discord about how weird the Twitch API is. Realized there's probably some security things I should do on the bot, so I thought we would have a nice, simple stream where we mess with BotMadeThis for a while. We have a short list of commands that we were maybe thinking about adding, unless they're a huge hassle, which they might be. They very well might be. Let's go over here. Look at this beautiful wallpaper. Good job, Unsplash. Okay, so I have not changed anything except I did just add a client ID environmental variable, which we've been handling as consts up here. And maybe we'll just continue to do that for the time being. I think that's what I called it. For a couple of reasons. One is it's just, you know, it's just bad. It's bad practice to, this can be full screen, I guess. Bad practice to have sort of secret things where the world can see them in general. But also because that's really the client ID from Twitch, from Heat, sorry. And I was only using it because it was convenient. But now I've gone and made a new client ID for this thing, for this here bot. We lost a comma. And I thought we'd put it in there. Life is Yours has been streaming for like 12 million hours now. He's playing Space Engineers, which I cannot keep any of those. I can't keep those games straight. There's so many games that are almost that game. You know, outer space sort of survival construction game. My favorite one's Subnautica, even though it's not really in outer space. So what do we want to do? We want to, now this is weird. Does this mean I have two bots? So should I turn this one off? And is this one correct? I don't really know what happens when I like double up this overlay. No, I won't, right? Because the bot is just the back end. That's fine. And then really it's just the front end code. So we can leave that on, I think, because we're not doing anything with front end alerts at this moment. Alert double. The Binary C bot. Hello and welcome. I forgot that this bot gave me a bit once. This bot's my favorite bot. This bot gave me more than my bot ever gave me. What is the double for? Am I supposed to use that? I can't remember if we talked about taking parameters. I didn't take parameters on anything. You get to? Oh no, I don't think I was thinking that was the case, but then I realized that that's not the case because we kind of broker all of those things through the back end, and there's only one back end. Right, because there's only one instance running in Node on glitch, and the front end is just the display. So we would get it displayed twice, which we did, right? Like, we got it displayed both in the browser and up here, but the like actual handling of that event is not doubled. I have a DOM exception for some reason. I don't know why. Am I a subscriber to myself? I'm so confused by what these things mean. Subscriber 0 apparently does not mean the same thing as not being a subscriber. I thought those were booleans, but we learned that that was not the case. So it's weird. Those are I think version numbers or something like that. It's pretty weird. Anyway, we were gonna do what? So we're gonna do that quick fix, and then we were maybe gonna add a couple of commands. First would be the easy commands to add would be just static kind of URL commands, which I thought we'd throw in, which it might be nice to have some kind of data structure for those. like these that really just say like, hey, tell me something and then spit something out. Which only currently have 2 and we'd add 2 more. I don't know if I want to get into building a complicated thing to handle those at this point. No, we have 3 because this is static. Uptime is not, because uptime actually has some backend stuff going on. In fact, all of these go through the backend. Kind of forgot about that. It's a little bit silly. But we could do that. We could have a data structure where all these were stored, and then you just have a big JSON blob up here, and you'd match against the contents of that JSON blob instead of doing all this. Do I want to do that? I want to do it a little bit. Oh, really? Did you figure out something? What did you learn with TMI? I felt like I could do everything I wanted with TMI except for followers. I mean, as far as like user state. Yeah, follow, right. And then if you want things like uptime was another thing, you know, stuff that's like discrete commands like that. And then also user specific things like follow age and subtime, I think we would also like to do that. I think are going to take custom API hits. But those could just be commands that we send back, and this could all just be in this certain data structure. So it could be something like it'd need to be some kind of key value thing. Do I actually like that? I kind of don't normally like that in I guess it's fine. But it would be something like this. You know, it would have I mean, you could really just say send whatever the payload is for that command. Like this, and then inside of that you could just say, you know, something like this. I don't really know if I like that. Why does this indent seem not right? So before it posts, it calls a get, which is where I was confused for a little while too. So if you look in my server.js, I have both for follow, I have both a get and a post. And if you don't return the secret that Twitch sends you in the get, you will never get the post. So that's what these two things are. This one is a get, and because the first thing does, so you did get this and you did respond in this way? Well, then I don't know. So as long as, because if you respond the challenge that comes from them, so you are never getting, your post never gets hit by Twitch? That's weird. Did you try that API that lets you look up and see if there are, check your subscriptions? I'm trying to think if I had to do anything special about that. Like, this is all I had to send to get it to work, I feel like. Some made up secret. Oh yeah, well, I would maybe do that yeah, it could be. I think actually I maybe did have some problems with the topic. It took me a while to get this. Like this thing, like the first and to ID, this thing was dumb, getting this syntax figured out, but this syntax seemed to work for me. And actually what we were talking about earlier about it having an explicit time, I guess you could set that time. So you could set the timeout yourself. Topaz, how's it going? Maybe just use Postman to hit that API with OAuth so you don't have to mess with querying it from code. Our buddy Postman. Okay, so what am I doing? I think we're gonna try this. I don't know if I like this. Because I could maybe imagine a scenario. I mean, we kind of decided last time, I think, that we were always going to have the server handle logic. My hair is especially swoopy today. Why is it so swoopy? Meaning that we could, like, these little payloads should always be fine. Oh, that's not true because alert has custom logic. So we'd have to put in logic to say like, oh, you know, permissions and stuff like that. So let's not do that for now. Let's get the stuff working, and then we can make it complicated later. So even though this feels overly verbose and silly and redundant, we will just say whatever my Is that where I live? Yes. Portfolio. Can do this. Maybe at some point we'll make it an array of things. So you could say like portfolio or website or something like that. And then wish I could change. I don't want to be Jungle Arrow anymore on YouTube, but I've had this account for 1 trillion years and it feels weird to change now. Maybe someday if I have 1 million subscribers, they'll let me change it, but we'll just use that ancient thing. Okay, so those are easy enough. I'm okay. I'm okay. Today was a slightly lost day. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you have lost days. I'm gonna have some kind of job tomorrow. It's gonna be weird. So can we say YouTube now? Oh, I didn't refresh any of the bots. All you robots. How was work, Topaz? Well, we have 2 robots responding. Which makes sense. That makes sense. And this, in this scenario, same thing with portfolio. Okay, thank you, robots. Thanks. Okay, so for the stuff, that was easy. The stuff like follow age and sub time are a bit more complicated. Right? I'm not entirely, are those the like, the things we want? So if we like stole this from Nightbot, we'll want some, I just want to like steal something. Enter a Twitch username. Scott made this. We'll try this online one. I'm curious what like the output is. There's everyone I'm following, I know. Work was bad? What was bad? What was bad about work? Okay, so this just breaks down stuff. I've been following unknown. Who's unknown? I've been following unknown for 17 days. Who could it be? Another unknown. You can definitely tell when I decided I was going to follow people on Twitch 10 months and 3 days ago. Okay, so just like a month-day thing. I wonder what we get back. So how can we know this? We want to know like a user following somebody else. Is that in the user reference? How can I know about the channels someone follows? Get user follows. Check user follows by channel. Okay, this seems like what we want. So this will be, yeah, so you give it a user and a channel, and then either it's a 404 if they're not following, or you get all this stuff. And You got cyberbullied at work. What is your work? Do you work in an online capacity? So created at, so this seems slightly annoying because we will need some way to get like a, you know, we'll get this and then we will have to come up with some duration and then format that, which we did previously, but we previously did it in a matter of hours and minutes, and now we have to add months and years and all that stuff. So. Okay, so what this is going to look like on this side is we will say something like follow. No, how did I hit the insert key? Follow age, and we will send follow age directly to the server, and the server will not know what that means. This whole thing, I think, is not very robust. It doesn't look, just looking at it. Look at it, doesn't look robust. But we will just start cramming it in here, I guess. Follow age, follow age. That's another thing we could come up with, like a better way to do this. Some way where there's like a collection of functions might be nicer. Oh yeah, this all sucked. I'm remembering this now. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but. So we're gonna do something similar, and then we just need to get, we'll need to know their user ID. How will I know? Oh, well, okay, we're gonna have to add more parameters. Because these next two things are going to be user ID. You work at a daycare? That sounds fun. How old are the kids? Were you bullied by a crazed parent? Sometimes parents are insane. So I think the headers are going to be the same-ish. Why am I dense? Weird. Okay. So channel ID we got, no problem, right? We know that. What's that goofy syntax that we figured out where you can like inline? It's like backticks and then this thing. Is this right? Am I confusing this with another language? Seems like I might be. I thought that was a thing that we learned we could do. But I might be making that up. Didn't we do that somewhere? Didn't we do that somewhere in Heat World? I don't know what to call that exactly. Red Wolf, thank you. Thank you for coming and correcting me. Heat is off. Why is heat off? Okay, is heat on now? Okay. You were using Discord while you were at work? Oh my gosh. Okay, why doesn't Glitch doesn't like this? It seems unterminated template. It seems like this is mad. Oh, also I didn't do this. Also everything's wrong. Okay, so this, we got an annoying problem here in that we don't know the user ID, right? Which, will we even know that at all? So that's something we're gonna have to send as a parameter to the follow command. So it's gonna be a whole thing. But it's gonna look something like this. And we will pass it like this. Am I not? Isn't that right? Why doesn't Glitch doesn't seem to like this? It seems like, oh, how about this right here? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay, good. Think that you're the same person? Are you the same person? That's I never even considered that. I don't know. I've never seen you in the room. I've never seen you in a room at the same time. I've never seen you in the room with me at the same time. So we might be the same person. It's possible. My conspiracy theory. Okay, so yeah, we need to, from the client side, pass the user ID up. Oh, that's annoying. I think we know it, though, because user state... I think we have user ID in the user state. This is not where to find this. We want the data structure of user state, and I can never find it. Why? Why do you return pages that do not have the thing I search for Google? Why do you do that? This doesn't have the word user state in it. Why do you treat me like this, Google? What the heck is that? I think it was in here. We can find it. So user ID is in the user state, so we can use that. So instead of display name here, so what we will have to do is when we call something like the follow age, we will also send a user ID. And that user will be in the data, in the user state, and it will be user ID. Any consistency for how I format these things? I don't know if I do. Yes, it's true. I'm so hungry for followers that I started impersonating people. Wait, why do I think what? Why do I think you're the same person? I mean, you both yell all the time. That's one clue. I might be the same person as Draklin. I've never seen me and Draklin in the room at the same time. Also possible. I think Binary C is the same person as Bazooka Joe? What is his name? Bazako. He might be the same. You're both Geminis? Well, that means you're like 4 people, because Geminis are twins. So basically you're 4 people, and I would like all 4 of you to subscribe. I want, that's my new strategy, is to only get Pisces and Geminis, so I get twice the subscribers. You got Lorian back? You got both Lorians back? Both Geminis? Oh yeah, that is true. I am also the bot, also. Yeah, this gets extra confusing when we have the bots. Nobody knows who anybody is. Whom anybody is? Okay, what am I doing? I'm sending user. I'm just gonna call it user. I'm not pleased with my inconsistencies of the way I've been handling ID everywhere. And so just to avoid that, let's just tag user on here. So when we have follow age and then we on the server side, this is just not tidy. So we have, it's something like message data.user, yes? Something like this. Or we pass the message data in. Let's do that. And then make it responsible for like something like this. Let's write in the right language. Lorian, how's it going? Oh my gosh, I almost forgot that I have an emote now. Double hold up. I don't like that it made me Scott hold up twice. Life is Yours is streaming right now. His emote also got approved, and it's beautiful and purple. What did we just add? Lorian, I'm adding follow age per your suggestion. So I think I didn't do it right. Is that not what I called it? Follow age. Client side, what do? We say if we get follow age, send follow age to the server with that, yes. And then here we say, this is feeling untidy. The type is follow age, then call follow age. And if that happens, we should log stuff here. Is something broken? Okay, there it is. Okay, so this is asking if I am following me. Am I following me? I think so. You're welcome. Thank you for the suggestion. And I'm also going to try to add Alexa, be quiet. Nobody was talking to you. Alexa, don't spy on me. Alexa, stop. Alexa, don't talk back to me, please. I think that Alexa and Topaz are the same person. Alexa, is your name Topaz? She didn't answer. She said she's not sure. Sounds like a lie. Sounds like a lie to me. I gotta get rid of that person over there whose name I won't say. She's not helping me. Okay, so that looks like the URL we want. And we just want to follow the same pattern that we did for uptime, I guess. This is all so redundant, but we will just do a request for that URL. And then this is the part that's going to be an annoying thing. Maybe there's some node module we can get that doesn't suck. Let's log the response data and try what? Asking if you're the same as that robot over there? I think could be. Wait, that says user doesn't exist? I don't exist? Or is that just what it spits out if you don't, where'd that documentation go? Good grief. Wasn't it here? Get user follows. Follows by channel. This says is not following, but that says I don't exist. Isn't that my ID? That's weird. Would someone, could someone please try follow age? Your user ID will be on stream, but it's not a secret. It's not really a secret. Follow agua? Almost. Okay. Weird. User does not exist. User does not exist. What did I do wrong? I did it wrong. I think you're right. I think I did it wrong. That's okay. That is a... if something works on the first try, this is like a computer science law. There must be some, like somebody's law. If something works on the first try, it's suspicious. Especially with the Twitch API, since everything is so inconsistent. Well, we didn't add this thing, but we haven't needed to add that so far. If user this follows channel that. And the URL did look okay, didn't it? I thought it looked okay. We may have to take this into Postman. Oh, is that supposed to? No, it is the numeric ID. I was about to say maybe it's not supposed to be the numeric ID, but it does appear to be. There's no authentication. We do spend the client ID. I feel like we'd get a different error. I guess we can add this accept header, but we didn't need to add that before. Is it mad because we did that content type thing? Maybe I'm giving the Twitch API too much credit by assuming that just because a query worked for one endpoint that it will automatically work for another one. So I'm going to use the exact headers they use. We're doing a get. That's our URL. That's our headers. Client ID, the client ID we just created, which seems to work. And we will put in this thing exactly as specified. It worked. Wait, I think it worked. Topaz, have a great now. Lorian, it works for you. It doesn't work for anybody else. Unless it was a header thing. Let's see. What? Follow not found. Is that because I don't technically follow me? Which, you know, that would be kind of true. One more time, somebody, please, if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. What did I do now? It worked a second ago. Oh, is the bot not following me? Wait, what happened? Okay, now I'm followed. Thank you for the follow, robot. Yes, okay, so that is because I'm technically not following myself, I think. Okay, cool. So this seems to work. So what we need to do is send it to the client. The thing that sucks is... Okay, let's do it like this to start with. And just say, let follow age. Thank you for your help testing, by the way. Let follow age equal, I guess we go by created at. That's pretty weird, though. Broadcaster software, unknown RTMP. That must be you. That must be the robot. It doesn't say to the channel quite yet, Lorian, but I'm about to add that by saying what? So what does it come back as? It looks like this is kind of confusing. Created at, is that the time? Is that the subscribe time, or is that when the message was created? So when the channel was created in 2015? I'm very confused. 3.9, that seems correct. It seems like we want created at. So let's grab this. And let's say just the created at, but it's not in an array this time. It's so weird. This is like such a totally different data structure from that other endpoint. But I think if we do that and we do a created at, now we would want to, actually we need to do a check, right? To make sure that it's, so we need to do something like, if we have an error, we probably won't really say anything. Why did I do this? Okay, something like this. Not following. Have any questions for you? Too close to tell. Yeah, yours just was created there. My question for you, Lorian, is how was your day? Okay, so that's me not following as expected. So we need some I don't want to write this. Surely there's some Node.js module that will just do this for us, right? Because we want to, it's not even a date format. It's like a time format. Wait, webhook shows by subscription? What do you mean? I want something that prints a nice, let's see, nice time formatting. Oh, maybe moment. I think I've actually used this, actually. Like a humanized duration. I think I've actually used this thing. Oh, that thing, that subscription. Okay, so it shows, Well, that's a bummer. And you can post to it. And, you know, if you're testing with yourself as far as following and unfollowing, I feel like when I was spamming it to test to follow and unfollow, it wasn't always working. What's your channel? And I will go try to follow. Is it on the binary_c channel? This is my favorite show. The Platonic Solid show. It's my favorite. Ooh, and it has heat installed. And every time when I click heat, am I causing that? Am I causing the octopus dance? Is that me? Or am I just full of myself? Okay, follow. Did a thing happen? Did it work? Did something happen? You're welcome. I should have remembered that I was having problems myself. Ooh, nice stinger. Banner C, is that you smoking a cigar? Oh my gosh. Wait, what is in your mouth? Is that a spoon? Are you eating ice cream? I saw you. I saw you. We all saw you. You blew your cover. We all saw your nice chair. All your nice chairs. I officially made my expensive chair purchase today. I got a good discount, but I ended up going. You'll be disappointed in me, Binary. I didn't go with a Herman Miller chair because my Herman Miller chair options, you know, the Aeron has been like a go-to for a trillion years, but I didn't really want an Aeron. I went and tried the Embody, and I just wasn't that into it. Like, people... This seems to be, like, there's some reputation of the Embody as being, like, a high-end gamer chair, but I don't know. It just didn't... I wasn't super into it. Aeron chairs are okay. I did not try Cosm, but it looks insane. The Mira chair is what I sat in at that long job that I was at all fall, and I actually liked it quite a bit. It's ugly. This is the pretty one that has the fabric coating. I mean, it's at least a little nicer, but without that, it just looks like a weird insect. I don't know. And the back of the Embody, also, it's pretty funny for, like, Herman Miller being so, you know, design conscious. Like, the back of this chair Looks pretty weird. Look at alien is wrapping around your back. The sail. Oh, this guy. Yeah, they're like office chair aesthetic is pretty weird. They didn't have this at the Design Within Reach that I went to. So instead, I went steel case and I went super boring. I went with like the old standby, and I didn't even get it in fancy colors or anything. I got a steel case Leap. So this is what I'm sitting in now, is the Series 1, and it unfortunately is aggravates an injury that I have, which is a bummer because it is pretty inexpensive. I also don't love the look. I kind of got it in this default styling, and I sort of wish I hadn't. I definitely considered a gesture. I considered a think. I considered an Amiya. I don't even know about a reply, but in the end, I went with a Leap. Leap seemed like the way to go for the thing that would be best for my body, and I got it at a pretty good price. Lauren, are you sad about the chair that I got? Forward tilt? I don't know. Do I need to forward tilt? It does do the thing, I'm pretty sure, where you lean back that this... Oh, you mean that the seat goes forward when you tilt back? I believe that the seat goes forward when you tilt back. What should I have gotten, Lauren? A different color? I think this will make my body feel better, so I'm into that. Where is the... Can you not do it here? I think you have to do it at a store. Oh, no. I don't think it does that. It does... What it does do that I like a lot is when you tilt backwards, the seat pan, whatever it's called, moves forward. So it's not just like, you know, this. It's like this moves forward like this, which was one of the things that made me like the Leap. I actually did not know about this particular feature. I don't know. I'm like the worst about buyer's regret. Let's see. Store.steelcase.com. We'll make a nice green chair for Lorian. Look, this one's already green. 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 Oh, these are different. Billiard, yes. Base cannot be green, unfortunately. Let's go with polished aluminum. Maybe you can pay more money and get it super green. Maybe a yellow one, golden one, sunrise. Pikachu? Here's a beautiful Pikachu one. You got this beautiful yellow one. These chairs are expensive though. $1,300 chair. Oof. I didn't pay that much though. I got a better deal. Much better deal. Oh, it's because the polished aluminum is costly. Look, black and yellow, just like Pikachu. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Maybe I should set an air on and try that forward tilt thing. If I'm not allowed to buy any more chairs. Okay, what are we doing? We were looking at Moment to see if this would make our lives a little easier. Durations is what we care about. But I want to print a humanize. Yeah, how about this? A minute, 2 minutes, a day. So I think moment is what we want. Right? And I think we just have to stick that in package. What is this complaining about? Sure. Sure. What's going on? What's going on in Discord? You should tell me to check Discord to see the message about you coming back. I see that you're back. I see it with my own eyes. Maybe. Unless you and Topaz are the same person. You and Topaz and me might be all the same person. You probably hear me typing though. Okay, so can I create this from a... I want a duration between two dates, basically. Duration with diff. So 2 moments. This is slightly annoying. X diff Y. So I need to create 2 moments. Does this work? It's gonna be a little hard to test, unfortunately. How dare me? Wait, you and I are not the same? So we would want to do... Okay, I need to... You are your own twin. If you're a Gemini. Oh, I need like... Come on, Wikipedia, where are you? Look, the twins. That's you, and that is also you. That's not how you spell Pisces at all. No, 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 no. Look, and this is me, and this is also me. Wait, no, I don't like that one. I like this one. Yeah, this one's me, and this one's me. Not this one, though. I don't like that one. No, you're your own twin. Okay, so... Oh, I need to like require a moment, right? What is it? Something like this? Sure. Where do we want to do that? Because we are gonna probably use it in multiple places. Someday someone should break all these things out. Time from now, 4 years ago, oh, that's kind of good. So what will this do? So if we say something like, what does this do? I can't do it. I have to log in as, what are we gonna do? I have to log in as the bot. Since I can't check if I'm following myself, makes it hard to debug. Nobody look at my password. It's a secret. You hear sirens at my house? Probably Binary C is calling the cops because I saw him. I saw him smoking, Lorian. Something. It looked like it was made of plastic. He might have been vaping. I might have seen him vaping. Do this. Log in here. Change to me. Am I following me? I seem to be. Started following. Okay, so we could do something that's like this person started following. Yeah, and then we can make a sentence out of it. Otherwise, we'd have to like restructure it because that's going to be a go. Or maybe we just want difference. Would different be better? Maybe time 2 now would be better. Oh, we get it without the prefix. So does that the same thing as time from? Get it without the suffix. 23 days. So we could just say true here and it would be. So we could say something like. So really, we have been following for whatever. Oh, these need to be backticks. I'm weirded out by these backticks. Slightly. And we should really change this to be the username, but we don't know the username at this moment. But we'll learn it. Check Discord. Is that me? That does. I don't. That doesn't look like me actually. I think that's Life Is Yours. I think that's a picture of Life Is Yours room. How did I break follow age? Ooh, I didn't. That's how. That was silly. You have been following for 23 days. And now we just need to change that to the username, which we don't know, but is easy enough to figure out. So we'll send username and user ID, and then we can say username has been following, and then I think that's available to us in that user state object. Yeah, display name. And so in here, that was user ID. Do we already use this somewhere? Yeah, this. User ID. So maybe that. Amok, how's it going? Am I good with Java? Not the best, really. I only do other languages. Every once in a while I'll do Java. Almost the only time I do Java is for processing. Sometimes I do processing Java-y stuff. Or like if it's for Unity, if you have to do some platform-specific stuff on Android, you write the plugins in Java, but definitely not like deep Java knowledge. Wait. Why does it... How come I'm not following? Did I break something? Oh yeah, I did. I know what I broke. I broke this. Oh. This needs a refresh. Because we did the goofy thing where we like... I don't know. I don't know if that was a great idea. Lorian has been following for a month. That's kind of weird how it does that. Have you been following for exactly a month, or does it just kind of round things? Have you been following for exactly a month? I don't think that's true. Weird. Let's look at the moment docs. Does it like... Relative time, customize, rounded to the nearest second. No, we did time. Yeah, time we did. We did time from. I didn't think that was exactly. I don't think it was exactly 1 month though. I thought you were like a month and a couple days. Need more info. Was that 1 month ago? Was that really a month ago? Well, you're right. Thank you for reminding me that. Lorian, I have a new workshop in like a week from tomorrow, and I didn't plan it yet. We're going to have to plan it on stream. Let's see. No, it wasn't a month ago. That was it was on March 9th. So it was really like, it's kind of weird. Why did it decide to call March 9th a month ago? You're in? Yeah, I think we're going to use Makey Makeys to make some stuff. That's my plan. Are you signed up for that workshop? Invisible Technology? You can just teach it for me. I can't believe I saw Binary C's face. I still am a little bit shocked by what I saw. Even Binary C, you were in your own home with a hood up. That's like every time there's a news article that talks about hackers, like on CNN, and they show somebody with their hood pulled up. It's basically like let's just search for hacker. Yeah, look, this was you. The first result. Look, every time there's a hacker, it's somebody with their hood up. The only difference is you didn't have on your Guy Fawkes mask, but everything else, look, basically you. This was you. This was you. This is not you because you don't have the hood up. I love it. That's amazing. I'm very impressed. You nailed the look. You're not in that workshop? I don't even know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna make stuff like the beatbox. I think we're gonna make some noisy things. I should probably figure that out though. Well, I'm kind of annoyed by this. I don't really want it to be rounded, you know? I think 2 now would be better. To now, 4 years. In 4 years. I just don't want to, I don't really want it to do the, Was this better? I think humanize is maybe better. In a minute ago. Like, humanize might be too, might be too fuzzy for me. Feed me? I don't need to be fed. I just ate. Is this it? This is what binary C looks like? I don't buy it, there's no hood. You have to have a hood. Binary C's not responding anymore, I think because when you heard those sirens, the police arrested him. Well, this is now slightly bumming me out because I thought we were in good shape with Moment, but I don't want it. I want it to be like a little more detailed than a month ago. Come to Art House. I don't. That is nice of you to offer, but I would prefer not to. Starbs. I don't need any Starbs. I don't really like to go to Starbucks. I would rather. I tend to prefer local places. Well, now I feel like I don't know what to do now because like Moment seems too fuzzy. Breaking your heart? I don't. But I'm not a very social person. Don't you think it's a little weird to ask somebody on the internet if you can cook for them? Let's see. Well, yes, a quick tour, please. My first date time. This seems like lots of math. This doesn't seem like it has, maybe in formatting. Like, okay, to local string for humans. But those are like date formats for humans. I want time. I feel like humanize is Okay, well, never mind. So, moment is not the way to do this. There's a plugin for moment. Lorian, that is nice of you to offer, but I would prefer not to, but thank you. And it's especially weird since you said you wouldn't poison me. Well, lame. So there's a plugin here, but it's still not really what I want. This kind of seems okay. So we'd have to get now minus, yeah, essentially this to get the time in milliseconds and then do this thing. So maybe we use this library instead. Well, that's lame. I thought we really figured it out with moment. But maybe humanized duration will be. I almost clicked on the env file on stream. The one file I'm not supposed to click on, I almost clicked on it. So let's get rid of moment and let's add this thing. Maybe we look at NPM and see. Let's try some humanize. Hash the env? Yes, I probably should. You're probably right. And then store the hash in another env? That's thinking. Or I could just, not click on it. Let's see. So I don't think I need an assistant, but if that's the only way you could get in the class, you could ask. Humanize time to milliseconds. Maintenance, 100%. Humanize duration, maintenance. A month ago. This seems reasonably maintained, so let's do it. Okay, what are we doing? Everything's broken right now. Let's add this humanized duration. Let's go try to unbroken things. So we're gonna have to do basically this thing again, which is fine. Created at. No, it's this. Date parse. Created at. And then get some milliseconds, and then oh yeah, we need to record. Sure, get this thing, and then humanize duration. For this. Something like that? Maybe that? Maybe. No, I lost the thing. Oh man, did I log out? Oh man. Shoot. logged out as the bot. I logged out as my alternate identity. And then I heard myself talking. Okay. Then, okay, now it is extremely detailed. 3 weeks, 1 day, 23 hours, 39 minutes, 45.97 seconds. That's maybe a little more detail than I want, but here we are. Okay, so that's good. So we got that. And then sub time, we were also going to try to add. But I don't know if I'm going to add that today. It's going to be a big hassle. Check user subscription by channel. So that looks essentially the same. Still this created at, so it's almost identical. So maybe we try it. Binary C, it says you're not following, robot. All right, good deal. Thank you for the suggestion for that, Lorian. And now we were gonna try to do subtime. It looks like subtime's gonna be basically to a copy paste job, which I normally would not want to do a bunch of redundant code, but I'm not gonna worry about optimizing at this moment. Let's just do it. Subtime. Is that what people call it? Is like subtime the right thing? Let's see. I would like it to be, you know, somewhat consistent with stuff that bots already do. Type out follow age a thing? Wait, where did that come from? Oh, the streamers don't spend days reinventing the wheel. Yeah, that's kind of true. No, I did do uptime. Uptime is just how long the stream has been running. So we have that. Although actually we can make that better now, because we can just use the, or I don't know about better. We can make it more consistent by doing this this same thing. And making uptime, instead of doing all this nonsense we did previously, just get the milliseconds and then have uptime equal to humanized duration. Is that better? That might be better. Do we like that more? Well, right now there's accidentally 2 robots. Okay, we'll do this for now, because there's the bot that I'm testing with, and then there's the real bot. This is the test bot, and then the real bot is the one that's running as an overlay. So what are we doing? Subtime, right? Subtime looked, guess we can go ahead and make this an actual sentence while we're at it. Where did we do that? Not following. Yeah. And then like let uptime equals stream has been live for, and then make this uptime duration. Like that, something like that. And then do an uptime. What did it, I broke it, what did it break? Because I typed update there, why would I do that? Weird muscle memory. Okay. And now we will do sub time, and then we will call it a day. So what did we do? We duplicated this, because that's identical. This is also going to be identical. But wait, is that really the right thing? Like, what's the right nomenclature here? What do people actually use? Is follow age what other streamers have? You're trying to play cyber chase on my stream? The police will come arrest me. That's why the sirens are here. Copyright violation. Follow sense? Follow a? Like, is there some consistency here? Do what? Do play a video on my stream? No. Follow sense. Like, what do people call these things? I need some like follow age, follow sense, sub. Nothing about sub. Because it just seems a little weird to have like different phrasing for these commands since they're very similar. Like, seems actually like sub age would be more appropriate. Does not seem to be any consistency here. I'm gonna call it sub age for now, just so it's consistent with the name of follow, and then maybe we will add command aliases at some point. And it's gonna send the same stuff, and on the server side it's gonna do the exact same thing, and we're just gonna duplicate it for now and change the endpoint, maybe? And worry about streamlining later. Okay, so this endpoint is the same. It's just instead of follows, it's subscriptions. No, it's not the same. It's almost the same. Of course it's not the same. Oh, but this one needs OAuth. Oh, man. Man. This one needs OAuth. Bummer. Well, gonna be a little hard to test. I mean, we have that. We should be able to do it. Okay, so users, follows. So it's just subscriptions, not follows channels, which is weirdly inconsistent, but hey, that's Twitch. This has a client ID and an OAuth. But can I not check that if it's not me? Like whose OAuth token is that? Does it like have to be the broadcaster? Does it have to be the... You figured out the OAuth? But that's to get the token, right? I already have a token because I cheated. Because there's the thing that you can, to get your bot to be able to log in, that you can use their little OAuth generator. So I already have a token, unless that's not okay. Is that not okay? Do I have to like also get, can I not use that static OAuth token? Is that why it wasn't working? Maybe that's why it wasn't working with the API, because I was using some static token. Oh, getting the token? Well, I don't know, because there is this like, whatever it was, Twitch OAuth, that's not right. This thing, Twitch chat password generator, that gives you an OAuth token, but maybe there's something limited about this OAuth token where it only works with chat, and maybe that's why I was never able to use it with the API. So maybe I do need to do it that way that you just expressed. Lorian, why do you think I'm gonna play that on my stream? I don't know why you would think I would do that. So, especially when I'm right in the middle of something. So maybe it's a scope problem. Maybe that scope. What are the scopes? Yeah, maybe that's the whole reason I wasn't able to use that OAuth token. Maybe that scope was wrong. The hacker. Are you the hacker? I knew it. I knew it was you. We already looked at the image. We looked at the image of the hacker. Yeah, maybe that's the deal. Maybe the scope for that token is bad. You're not the hacker? Are you wearing a hoodie? Chat login cannot be requested by new clients. Weird. What scope did you use? That looks a little bit like you, just a little bit. This one does. I think it's the hair. Okay, well that manage a user's followed channels, read a user's subscriptions. Rude? Why rude? That's nice hair. I like that hair, that little hair swirl. Very stylish. This little swirl right here. It's a good look. Grant type client secret to get back the app access token. Woof. Man, why is everything different? Why is like every piece of all of this different? So this is what you were working on, right? Being able to use your subscriptions. Should I have that hair? I kind of do. My hair is not. I've got like a little thing back here. Getting a little swirly. Oh no, do I have to add Instagram too? That's too many commands. That's in the description. We've added enough commands today. I'll add it to the to-do list. Thought we made it to the whole to-do list. Okay, so, well, this is lame. So, what do you? It's in the channel description. Okay, so we think that it is possible, probably probable, that I need to go through the whole OAuth thing. So if I give it a client ID and a client secret and do the grant type of client credentials, And then that is going to return. So no scope in the example here. And then it's going to respond with this. That's a pretty short expiration. I can use that for my webhooks too. Oh, right. To be able to ask about the status of the webhooks. Right. So this, but that you have to do that every 3,600 seconds. Is that seconds? Man. So at this point, we're like getting some stuff through TMI, getting some stuff through webhooks, some stuff through direct API calls with the client ID, and now we're also going to have direct API calls with an OAuth token that we are also going to have to request. Yeah, right. Because Streamlabs does it all. Is this true? Does it really only last? That's an hour, right? Like this only lasts an hour? So you'd have to once an hour ask again. So like set some timer that once an hour does the thing. Okay, well this doesn't seem too hard. It's just, it's annoying that it's another thing. Well, but isn't this is the token that I need? Is this different than the token that I need for, to do this request? To do this subscription by channel request? I think I need that, right? Because the OAuth token I have was the one that was created by that website, and it seemed like it didn't work. Oh, so that's client credentials versus this. Right. This is where it's going to hit some kind of callback though, right? Yeah, redirect here. On your server, get an access token. Yeah, right, because this is client, this is like front-end stuff. Which I would actually not want to do this. I'd want to do server-to-server stuff, right? Like, how are these two different? Because then it will hit my URL with some value. Different than app? There's another one? Why? Get app access tokens, get user access token, get user access token. It's not exactly clear, like, who do I need to be to get this? Like, who am I in this scenario? Presumably, I'm either the broadcaster or the user, I guess. Like, so another route would be to make this request instead to get all the subscriptions in a channel, and then just check against that list. So rather than doing all this from the user reference, from like the user perspective, do it from the channel perspective. And then look inside that. Because you could do that really for both the followers. Yeah, Kraken's the old one, but this is still this is V5, right? That's the new one, new API. So get channel followers and get channel subscribers. Still OAuth. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but then there's pagination. You'd have to do multiple queries if you had more than 100 people. So this is not. This does not seem like the right idea. It seems better to ask. But again, like the user follows by channel just shows a client ID here, authentication none, but user subscription by channel, required scope is user subscription. So read a user's subscriptions. I'm still confused about this though. Like, whose? Do I have to be that person? Because if that's the case, then we kind of can't use this. Like, because I won't be them, right? Oh, there's newer than V5? Where am I though? I'm looking at V5. Is that not new enough? Oh, the new Twitch API. Am I in the wrong place? Okay. Let's look at that. Thank you for the correction. Get broadcasters subscribers by user ID. Well, what was follow? Did I do all that follows wrong? Get users follows. Should I have not done it that way? There's get users follows. New works with the webhooks. Okay, let's look at this. So this is Helix. Helix is new. Okay, from to gets information on a follow relationship between two. So should we redo this? This only has a client ID. Can I specify both? So maybe I should have used this instead. And just look up from, specify both a from ID and a to ID. You can also do by name, that's kind of nice. Well, that's silly. I thought I was mistaken. I thought V5 was new, but there's V5 and new. Why not just call it V6 or something? Okay, but I'm kind of guessing that subscriptions are still going to be, there's get broadcaster subscriptions and get broadcasters subscribers by ID. So this is an OAuth scope for channel read subscriptions. But this says users can only request their own subscriptions. Wait, does that mean users can only request their own subscriptions, meaning I can request them as the user that has subscribers, or that the user who is the subscriber? Okay, yes, Helix. Welcome to Helix. Lorian, I'm not gonna watch that when I'm in the middle of something. Okay, well this is not clear to me. The current user is determined by the OAuth token, and users can only request their own subscriptions. User ID 2, user ID 3. This is kind of confusing. Broadcaster ID equals, yeah, okay, great. Okay, ID of the broadcaster must match the user ID. So this is the broadcaster. So it would need to be my OAuth token for me, for Scott made this, not the bot and not for the user. So I don't even know if I have that available to me. So that is something we would have to go through all the nonsense, right? To get that, to get the access token. And that is a user access token. So that is, wherever that is, where was all that nonsense? So this is to get, yeah, user access. So the implicit version we want this. How are these two different? The implicit code flow. I mean, I can't do this where I have to sign in. I mean, I could do the process, I guess, and like save this stuff. Well, that's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's just, this is a case where it's like, I'm not making this for other users to use where they'd need to go through that standard OAuth flow of like, go to the thing and be like, yeah, authorize Twitch. It's only me, but, which I can add and then like cache that in some way, I guess, because I'm sure there's like some response. And then normally in OAuth, there's like the, whatever it is, like the refresh thing. Do they have that? Like if a token's gonna expire, you can refresh it. Do they do that? Yeah, the refresh token. So that even if the access token expires, you always have the refresh token. And then you can use the refresh token to like kind of headlessly get a new access token. So you can cheat by caching the refresh token. That's something I've done in the past anyway. But otherwise, up here, that doesn't seem to like... Yeah, then it's gonna come back and it's gonna have an access token. Does that expire? How long does that last? Now wait, I skip this? But this is the thing that's going to actually show that screen, right? Oh, skip the implicit, do this. But this still says the authorization page will ask the user to call in. Use this request. Doesn't that still seem... What's weird is, maybe I'm just out of date. I feel like I thought it was a normal thing when you did, like this thing here. Yeah. Like sometimes this stuff happens and you get, which it's weird because it seems like it is in the client land, but you get a refresh token. And then the refresh token is a thing that you can say, like this, although it shows it here, the refresh token, but it weirdly doesn't show any documentation on how to use the refresh token. Because to get around the idea of having to show the login again, I think that's kind of what the refresh token is for, but this does not really show you how to use that. Okay, how to refresh. To refresh a token, you need an access token. So you can have an old access token, and then all this stuff. And then you can do the thing to get a newer, something like this. You're not really supposed to do this, I think, but I think this is a way that you can do that login one time, where you actually have to go to the web page and hit approve, and then you just store the refresh token, because I think a refresh token never expires, but an access token does. I think that's how this usually works. Yeah, OAuth 2 tokens have expirations. Token expiration, Tinksbury, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, and then if the token fails, yeah, this thing, which is kind of silly. I mean, it's a little bit silly because it seems like it kind of negates the usefulness, or the like, I don't know. It kind of negates the usefulness of having a token expire, or the security of that, because a refresh token just exists forever. App tokens cannot be refreshed, but we don't want an app token. We want user token. So this is exactly what I did actually with the Twitter stuff. Is I just cheated and just saved my refresh token, and then I just, whenever I wanted a new access token on startup, I would just get a new one from the refresh token. Does that get around some of this? Yeah, it's pretty annoying that you can't get this some other way. But we've made it this far. We've made it this far. Do we really need to use this thing? I feel like we're pretty close. Like just the I mean, I don't know. It's probably not really advised, but this has worked for me in the past. Caching the request token and then reusing it. I don't know. Lorian, why are you so insistent on showing cartoons on the stream? What was I saying? I was saying that, yeah, I don't know if I want to get into this tonight. It's pretty annoying that we can't just have that. Also, I kind of feel like I want to rewrite the user follow stuff using the new API, Helix, using Helix. But this is all we would need to do. if we could get a refresh token and then just store that refresh token, then on startup we'd call this thing and it would be fine. Because if the normal tokens expire every hour anyway, we'd need some way to do this. Yay, you're out of control. You just wanted to hear it? You just wanted to hear it for a moment? Okay, well... I mean, some of the stuff would be kind of cool to know, maybe. Some of the analytics stuff. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say we are going to put... the subtime stuff on ice for now. Just because it's part of a bigger can of worms that I don't really want to get into at the moment. We got the followers going. And then once we do that, we can have some more stuff. But I don't want to get I don't think I want to get into all the auth stuff on stream at this moment. Quitting the stream? I'm probably gonna stop streaming pretty soon. I did most of the things we were gonna do today. I have to go to bed. Might have to like go in and do a job like a normal human tomorrow. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so just to like walk through the way we would do this is we would do some part yeah, for OAuth authorization code flow for a user access token. So we would cheat, we would do the beginning of this, and then when it came back at us with, doesn't really show the, I feel like this isn't showing everything, because I feel like we're supposed to, no, that's the request, there's the response, yeah, the refresh token. So we would just do that as like a way to cheat, and then we would just hard code the refresh token. And then once we had the refresh token, we would just do this thing, whatever it is. Call this and get a new secret. And we'd have to do that whenever we tried to do something and we didn't seem to have access to do it. Or we would just do it on a timer or whatever. You think I should vlog at my job? I'll get in trouble. I had to sign so many NDAs. It's one of those jobs. It's one of those secret jobs. But fortunately, it's pretty close. My secret job last fall was like a 2.6 mile walk in the morning and a 2.6 mile walk in the evening, which was lovely. But you know, it takes some time. That was like an hour and a half of walking every day. And this time the office is like 3 minutes away. So that will be nice. That will be pleasant. Okay, so what did we add today? We added, my hair is out of control. I need a haircut. I should have gotten a haircut today while I was doing nothing. Uptime still works, and now it's formatted better, right? Yeah. Follow age is a thing, except it doesn't work for me. Is that what we called it? Wait, why does it not work now? What did I break? Did I break follow age? Oh no. Not following. Oh yeah, because I'm not following. Yes, works for Lorian. And then, what did we add? We added portfolio. That works. We added YouTube. That worked, yeah. So we'll look at adding some more things. Maybe you want some kind of data store. Maybe not though. Maybe text files are data store enough. Okay, well, thanks everybody who stopped by. Thanks Binary C for the help. Thanks Lorraine for the help in debugging. And now we can ignore the robot for a while and maybe get back to doing Unity stuff. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna fit streaming in while working full time again, but we'll figure it out. So have a lovely evening and have a lovely week. Topaz didn't help. Yes, thank you Topaz for stopping by. Did Topaz help? Topaz was helpful, certainly. Thank you for reminding me. We had some new people stop by, but I don't know who they were. Strangers. Is Life is Yours still streaming? He is. Life is Yours is still streaming. Okay, we should raid Life is Yours. He's been streaming for like 16 hours or something now. Okay, I do this wrong every time, but is this gonna work? Okay, we're gonna try not to mess this up, but I'm probably gonna mess it up. Raid the Life is Yours. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a lovely night. Let's go raid Life is Yours.
on